경기장 도시형.
All right, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Over on the right-hand side of Sanshore and Mist, we have our red Zerg player. He is hailing from Team Prime. He is BboongBboong. And his opponent, who has already taken a game from Prime, is StarTale Tiger. He is our blue Protoss player.
Yep, there you go. So Tiger playing pretty well. You know, one thing you'll notice a lot of teams do is if they kind of believe in a player, if they think he's going to be one of their better up-and-coming players, they'll start him a lot in team leagues. And Tiger has gotten a lot of games in a lot of team leagues recently here, too. So this is kind of one of the new players that StarTale is kind of saying, hey, everybody, check this guy out. We think he's good. So look and see what he can do.
This is actually a preview of GSTL as well, guys. As Josh pointed out to us before, in Group B, or in the second side of the bracket, I suppose, these guys are actually matching up in the winner's portion of that bracket. So that's going to be happening very, very soon. So maybe this will be an indication of what we can see as far as some strategies in that match.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting here because after this, it's going to be really cool to see the GSTL after this, to see how the players and the teams kind of rework their strategy after already having to play once in a pretty important match, too. So that'll be really cool.
We have a little bit shorter format than GSTL, but there's still $20,000 on the line here, so no chump change at all.
Yep.
And looks like BboongBboong going to put up spawning pool first. No surprise. Tiger going to be pretty greedy once again. And we'll see how much he saves up for in a bit. But probably going to be that Nexus first.
Yeah, you know, this is a little bit smaller map than Daybreak, so sometimes we've seen Protoss go for the Forge as well, but it looks like it will be the Nexus this time, like you said. That probe being very, very annoying, kind of annoying the drones there, but, you know, that's okay. Drones are gross, man, so I say annoy them all you want.
Drones are gross, but probes are annoying, man, in pretty much every matchup.
I was wondering, I was wondering if he was going to go and do the Forge first. The reason being, you know, when you have that pool out on a smaller map like this, you can tell Tiger was kind of thinking about it. He saved up for it, then he was like, oh, I should just kind of stay safe. So his Forge is going to be a little bit later, but he should still be perfectly fine if BboongBboong does decide to do anything a little bit aggressive.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about BboongBboong. You never really know what he's got planned. He is one of those players that can throw out a really aggressive all-in from time to time, too.
BboongBboong.Prime. You never know what you're going to get.
That's right.
Much like a box of chocolates, but less tasty, so I'm told. We do have the Forge finished up now, so we'll see a photon cannon here in just a bit. And a nice little wall being thrown down at the front. Already a couple of Zerglings out, but they are tearing after the probe, so they're not going to worry too much about getting across the map as fast as possible. And we do already have that first photon cannon on the way.
Do you know what BboongBboong means in Korean?
No, I do not.
You really don't?
No.
BboongBboong is basically an onomatopoeia for farting in Korean.
Oh.
Yep. BboongBboong. Yep. Think about it.
Interesting.
But it's kind of meant as sort of like a cute sort of fart, like a baby or something like that. You know, I don't know if like farts can ever really be cute in certain ways, but apparently they can be in Korea.
If a baby farts, it'd be like
it's BboongBboong.
It would be a BboongBboong.
Yeah.
So what's like without trying to devolve too far into potty humor? What's like a gross fart then?
I don't know that. I don't know that. Oh, bloodthirsty cannon getting.
I got a kill. Whoa.
That's right. He is. Oh, he doesn't get a title because he's just a builder.
No. Detector.
Oh well.
I suppose. Is that anything like Inspector?
I don't know. 3 hatches before gas again. Not too surprising from our Zerg player.
And let's take a look around now. Is Tiger just sitting on 2 gas? And we'll see how quickly he moves into tech. Of course, last time he put up that very, very early Twilight Council. It was a pretty dead giveaway to those DTs. But this go-round may be a little harder to pull that off. We'll see if he has a different look for his Zerg opponent now.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a different build this time. He's getting that Warp Gate research, which isn't too surprising, getting a Zealot as well. But if you look at his main, he still does have 2 gas, and he does have quite a bit of gas saved up.
Yes, he does.
But I don't know, man. I mean, you got to know that the Prime team is watching that last game. They are aware of what Tiger has been doing. So, yeah, so yeah, there's a +1 weapon. So not going for the DTs right away, going for something a little bit more conventional. So we might see him add on a Stargate in this case. We might see him just add on more gateways. He could just go right up to like 6-gate Blink Stalker. That's actually been really popular on this map because it's smaller. You can get right over there and try to make it so that Zerg never really gets to take advantage of the fact that they have 3 bases.
And this probe was buried over here on the left-hand side, but it looks like it's going to get found out, so not even a possibility of hitting tech if that's what he was thinking. But a lot of resources accumulated without there. Finally, we have some gateways being put down. 4 more gateways, maybe a 5th. The Pro was hanging around there for a little while, and it looks like it is going to be.
Looks like a 6th gateway, actually, if you include
yeah,
the one on the
5th being
wall.
produced at once. Yeah,
so he will go up to 6 gateways with this. And so it makes me wonder, are we going to see a Twilight Council then here in just a second? Because he'll need to start it soon if he wants to go for +2 right away.
Yeah, certainly, and possibly could throw Blink in there as well. We see his opponent is going after that Roach Warren. I actually think that's coming up natural, I suppose. Yes, it is. And interesting spot for that Roach Warren, but...
You know, it's possible, too, that Tiger is just going for some sort of a big gateway push, too. He could just be going 6 gate +1. He's got a lot of gas saved up. He could make a lot of sentries and then add on some other gateway units, and no tech yet, so I think that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, and it looks like Pylon's just finishing up, so he has a lot of supply overhead, but nothing on the middle of the map quite yet.
Yeah. I'll have to kind of wait and see. Lair on the way in the meantime for BboongBboong. Yeah, 4 more sentries. So it looks like this might actually just be some sort of big gateway push here off of 6 gates. So not all in or anything like that, but certainly something that can do some damage.
All right, well, a few Zerglings are making their way out. Zergling speed is still quite a ways from being done. Those Zealots try to retreat, and it looks like they will successfully get away. Now we have a good number of sentries in there. As you mentioned, a Pylon is finally forming on the left-hand side, and it looks like he may be moving around to threaten the third, first of all. Yeah,
and this may just be Stalkerless as well. He could just decide to go for a Zealot sentry. In this case, they are +1 Zealots, so they do kill Zerglings in 2 shots. But there's +1 missile attacks on the way, a couple Roaches being produced by BboongBboong, a lot of Zerglings, and some spine crawlers as well. So he is preparing as best he can for this. He is a bit supply blocked here, though. So, yeah, just now starting an Overlord. Actually, that could be a big problem for BboongBboong. He's not going to be able to reinforce this anywhere near as quickly as he would have liked to otherwise. And,
all right, he does trap a few Zerglings there, but a few more are just sitting back behind, waiting to engage on creep. Of course, looks like speed is done for those Zerglings, but they move themselves into a tight little choke point. Honestly, not going to be able to kill that many sentries, and a lot of Zerglings just went down there.
No, this is pretty rough. There are 13 Roaches on the way here, but will they come out in time? I don't know, man. It's going to be really, really close here. 17 Roaches on the way now, but the Warpins are going to continue for Tiger, and he has killed the units of BboongBboong so efficiently here.
Yes, he has, and he's going to be able to pick off, like, a lot of these are actually coming up right next to him, so he'll be able to pick off about a third of those reinforcements before they're ever able to make a difference, and now we finally have a couple of Roaches slowly starting to filter in, but of course speed is not done yet, and that third is gone.
Yep, that third base is definitely going to die. There it goes. And now Tiger might just decide to continue pushing. I mean, he's in a great position here. He's got a little bit of a supply lead. More Roaches on the way, +1 weapons, though not finished quite yet for BboongBboong's units.
And let's take a look now as a good number of Roaches are sitting up next to the Spine Crawler, but that third going down is so bad. Finally, that Twilight Council, and we have a robotics facility coming up at the same time, but there's just no way these Roaches are going to be able to start getting traction. I mean, those force shields weren't the best. They actually trapped Tiger's units down the ramp more than anything else, but the Roaches still can't get anything done.
Yeah, those Roaches stuck behind everything. The sentries have stayed alive for so long. That's one of the big important things here. And I don't know, man. I think BboongBboong.Prime is just dead. I think Tiger's going to go up 2-0 here.
Yeah, this is incredibly impressive. Roach Warren is going to fall. He is just a prime Zerg slaughterer at the moment. Spore Crawler going to fall as well. BboongBboong.Prime going to fall shortly after that. And who are they going to send in next? Tiger is looking great.
Well, I mean, Tiger's making a good decision here, too. He's not deciding to continue pushing. Oh, he's got to be careful about those units there.
It was a good decision up until he just threw away a couple of units, but yes, you are correct.
But I like his decision to pull back here. I mean, he knows, I could probably push and kill right now, but I've got +2 on the way. I've got Blink on the way. I've got 3 bases. No, he's actually got 2. I've got 2 bases. And he just did a ton of damage. He killed the Roach Warren. He killed the third. So, yeah, there's nothing at all wrong with pulling back, gearing up a little bit more, and then going in for the kill.
He's going to break out of his base there, throw down a couple more pylons. He also has that War Prism coming up after that, and he is in a huge lead. I mean, it is very hard to overstate how far ahead Tiger is right now.
Yeah, he's definitely got a decent advantage here.
All right, well, let's see now as how he's going to press this, make his way through the middle, it appears. Just a handful of units on the left-hand side, plus 2 weapons coming up now for BboongBboong as well, but that's well behind his opponent's upgrades. There's finally the third base coming up for Tiger.
Yep. Now, that was an interesting push, too, by Tiger. I don't think BboongBboong was expecting that. The just straight-up +1 6-gate isn't something that we see too often anymore. But I think it was a good decision by Tiger to hit him with that on this a little bit smaller 2-player map. Definitely kind of hit an awkward time for BboongBboong. He also did get supply blocked right there, which didn't help at all. Ooh, and some hidden roaches.
Yeah, but there is an observer floating overhead.
Ah, yes, there is.
All right. Oh, wow.
No.
2 roaches falling without any damage being done. Tiger getting a little bit more traction here as well. Going to pick off some drones as they try and make their way around. There's Guardian Shield. Ward Prism is behind to help mobile reinforcements as well.
Yep, the roaches focusing down the sentries as best they can here. The ones in the front anyway, but they die so quickly. Yeah, the supply just plummeting right now for BboongBboong. And it looks like this push should seal the deal. Victory blink.
Everyone loves
Tiger.
the victory blink.
GG.
Wow. Very well done. And StarTale Tigers now put StarTale up 2-0 in this best of 9.